Hello everyone, I am Mami Sita, your #1 Kaswa ambassador. Today I'm at a beautiful hidden beach in Kaswa, Ghana, and I'm with Tiffany Banner. Hi! She's a 19-year-old that moved to Africa by herself, and today we're going to find out more about her. Come with us, and I hope you enjoy this video. Tiffany, how are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
How has your time in Ghana been?
Honestly, my time here has been really, really good. A lot of people have told me Ghana is very similar to Jamaica in a lot of ways. And you know, coming here, I've definitely seen it for myself. A lot of the fruit is similar. In Jamaica, we have this thing called ackee. We've got breadfruit. We've got a whole bunch of things that are also found here. And even the papayas here are the same size as the papayas in Jamaica. So it reminds me a lot of Jamaica, which is good.
I think Jamaica and Ghana are pretty much the same on just different continents.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Literally the same place on different continents. When I heard you were in Ghana, I actually got something for you.
Oh.
And it says greetings from Kaswa. Actually, no. It says greetings from Ghana, and it's
Thank you.
Happy New Year from
Fantastic.
Ghana. Oh, and that's it. This is yours.
That's so beautiful. Oh. Oh, that's so sweet. And I see there's the golden stool.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Loyalty.
Yes. That's so
Tiffany, tell us a little bit about yourself.
me.
Yes. Who's Tiffany Banner?
Okay. So, originally, I decided to move to the continent of Africa when I was 19. And I originally planned on coming to Ghana. And I went to Tanzania for a couple months. So I was like, you know what, I really want to check out Ghana to see what it looks like and stuff before all these lockdowns get even more crazy. So now I'm here, so that's that. But a little bit about me is obviously my family's from Jamaica, but I was born and raised in the US. And I'm a huge advocate for Pan-Africanism, you know, not just for people in the diaspora, but people in Africa, people in Europe, people in South America, people in Asia, wherever you might be, to have all black people globally unite. So that's one thing. And another thing is that I'm vegan. I've been vegan for about 2 years, but I haven't eaten meat in about 4 years. So I really like to advocate for that and promote that, especially amongst my people, because our digestive systems and our stomachs are built different than other races, but we don't really know that. And we don't really take the time out to study that and study our history. And so what I like to do is I like to cook food and I like to educate people about how we should really be eating, because we eat a lot of meat. Like I said, we have a lot of meat, a lot of dairy and stuff, and our stomachs don't digest that as well as other races do. So that's just a little bit about me.
So, with your Pan-African mindset, it's probably like Pan-African, like that's why you got the tree, or you just did your own research.
So surprisingly, I think a lot of people think my parents taught me about Pan-Africanism, but I was really the one that taught myself. I'm basically the only one in my family. And now I'm actually starting to talk to my parents and talk to other members of my family, and now they're starting to develop more of that mindset. But yeah, it was definitely me the first one to ever think about Africa, to ever talk about Africa.
So I'm guessing none of the family members have been to Africa before.
No, none of my family members have been to Africa. It's just me, the last born of all of my siblings, that has returned my bloodline back to this continent. So that's something that's very important for me, because, you know, like I said, I'm the only one in my family that has returned back to Africa since our enslavement and since we left the continent 400 years ago. So this is a very important thing for me. And you know, no matter how hard the challenges get, for me to always remember I'm the one that brought my bloodline back. So it's very powerful.
Were your parents never been to Africa? Like, literally no one being here, and like growing up in the West, did you like
propaganda getting spit out, like, just thrown to us, especially African Americans, everybody in the diaspora. We have gotten such a horrible name about Africa. The people here are starving, people don't have places to live, everywhere is dirt. We've had such negative, horrible images painted about Africa. And everybody in like on the American side of the diaspora, in the Caribbean and in the Americas, basically, everyone would listen to the propaganda. And if you're only told bad things about a place, then it makes sense why you wouldn't want to go there. So I had to start doing my own research. And when I started doing my own research, I started, just seeing, hey, this looks just like the places in the Caribbean. This is beautiful. People here are not starving. You don't have just, skin and bone people walking around everywhere like we were told. And, I think that the West really pushes us, especially, African Americans, so we don't come and try to connect or unite with the people on this continent to uplift our race, because we've been divided for a very long time. And in that time, with us being divided, you have all these other races coming over to conquer Africa. So I personally think that's why there's been such a negative portrayal of Africa to the diaspora. So we don't come here and we don't unite and we don't, better the continent.
Did you start thinking about moving to Africa at the age of 19 or maybe 16? Or like at 19 you were like, I'm going to Africa?
So it was kind of like the last part. So what happened was, when I graduated high school, I decided to not go to college because I decided that wasn't the route for me. So what I wanted to do instead was travel a little bit. So one of the first places I traveled to was Jamaica, which is, my homeland. I traveled back there by myself because I wanted to learn more about my heritage and more about my family. So I really got educated on, as a black person, but also as an African person, That was really the first place that I realized, wow, there's so much more to me than what's been told. Not only am I just black, but I'm also an African. So I really started doing research and more and stuff about Africa after leaving Jamaica, as that was like, it was like a really ancestral connection for me. So, of course, my original plan, my original plan was to, come to Africa, different countries, and visit, but I initially did not want to settle until about 5 years. So wait until I was about 24, 25. But then I saw the way that things were going with, the world and the corona stuff, so I was thinking, I don't know if I necessarily have the time to wait that much longer. So I kind of just put my plan up together and then decided, I guess I'll go and see if it works out. And it did, so yeah.
And how did your parents think about that? Like, did you sit your parents down and tell them, Mom, Dad, I'm moving to Africa, I don't want to go to college? Deal with it. How was that?
So, I think my parents knew that I was a different child from when I was, just growing up, but also telling them I was going to go vegan and telling them I was going to not go to college, and then telling them I was moving to Africa. At first, they didn't have the best portrayal of Africa. It was only me that was able to wake myself up, so they weren't really able to see it for themselves. So, I had to educate them about Africa alone, but also on the fact, me moving all the way over here by myself without any family. I think they had realized that when I decided to not go to college, I was just going to kind of take a completely different route of my life. So even if I didn't move here, I probably would have moved, before moving here, maybe a different state or something by myself. So I just, I really had to, it took a couple months, even after me coming here, for them to really fully understand. But once they saw that I was genuinely happy here, nothing else really mattered.
And I'm sure they want to come to Africa now, don't they?
Definitely.
So how did your friends react? Were they like, Tiffany, no, don't go over there. There's sick people over there. There are elderly people over there.
I don't know. Like I said, everybody just has a really bad portrayal of Africa. But, once I came over here and started showing people,
I actually discovered you through African Tigress channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought you were crazy at that point. I was like, this girl is just crazy, moving to a whole different continent by herself.
Right.
But, Tiffany, what inspired you to start YouTube?
So, what really inspired me to start YouTube was when I first went to Jamaica, and I just saw how beautiful it was, and I think a lot of people know that Jamaica is beautiful, but I really wanted to show people, the real way of, just, I guess, living, and the depth of its beauty. I guess I should say the depth of its beauty. So that was one of my first videos. I made the video when I had talked about me going to Jamaica for the very first time for myself, 2 days after my 19th birthday. And so I started to really continue YouTube when I started to talk about, our history, and to really wake up especially diaspora people, and, let us know that we're not just black, we're also Africans. We can't allow people to strip that title away from us. We did not choose to be born in America. We did not choose to have English as our primary language. We speak this language, and we were born on that side of the world through slavery and enslavement, and the fact that we were stolen away from Africa. So I tried to really help everybody, but I really want to talk to diasporans and let us know who we really are, and let us know our deep ancient history, and go past the fact of just slavery.
And you realize that you really impacted a lot of people's lives. A lot of people have actually moved to Africa because of you. How do you feel about that?
I didn't even realize the big impact I would have when I came here. I just really wanted to, even if it was just for a couple people, do it for myself, because I really discovered who I was, who I am as an African. And even if it was just a couple people, I would always speak about important discussions and always try to show people what different areas of different countries look like. So that was really important to me. And, I never really realized that it would be able to be this big. So I think that's a real blessing.
That's amazing. So let's talk about your experience in Africa. Do you think it has been worth it coming to Africa?
Yeah, so I definitely think it's been worth it, because for a couple things. In America, it's not safe for black people. You are always targeted no matter what you want to do. You're targeted if you walk in the street, especially if you're a black man. The police are always targeting our men, always shooting us for no reason. There's a bunch of kidnappings going on with our women, and it's such an unpeaceful place for our people, that country to be in. And so leaving that environment, I can definitely say coming to a more peaceful environment, a more natural environment. You can't really get stuff like this in the States. With the exception of Florida, I guess. But you can't really get this peace and serenity in the States. And the fact that I'm on ancestral soil right now, so all of that, those are reasons why, or I guess I could say benefits of coming back. But I've definitely had my challenges. Not everybody's welcoming. I would probably say it's 50-50%. And I've been called Mzungu, I've been called white, I've been told to go back to my country.
Tiffany, today I brought you to Kaswa, Ghana.
Yeah.
What do you think about my town?
I think it's really beautiful. It's definitely a bit less busy than Accra, and this beach that we're at right now is very beautiful. It's clean, and it reminds me a lot of Jamaica.
Yeah. Do you think you'd come back?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think I would. It's very nice.
So, what is your last message to teenagers, older people, just anyone that has been thinking about moving to Africa, but they've been hesitant because of all what they've heard and all what they've seen? What would you tell these people?
I would basically say, if you're at the point in your life where you can sustain yourself, if you have have everything set up basically, because I don't want people to just run away without being prepared. I would say, you know, come back to your ancestral soil. Come back to this land where we were ripped away from. You know, this land was ripped away from us. We were ripped away from this land. Our language was ripped away from us. Our culture was ripped away from us. So with this movement happening, that's been happening for the past few decades, but really picked up in the past couple years, I would just say really learn the truth about Africa and find, there's 54 countries, so find whichever one works for you to make your new home.
Awesome. Well, there you have it. This is Tiffany Banner and she is my superstar. Hope you enjoyed the video. Kindly hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Remember that Obraniwara, but life is how you make it. Till next time.